This is how I ended up with 13 dogs, including little Moss here, and it's about to get crazy because it's feeding time. And if you want to watch these puppies grow up, get weaned, potty trained, crate trained, all the things, make sure you subscribe because this is going to be a really in-depth series. But I was at one of my volunteer shifts at the Humane Society, and on one of the days, Daffodil here, the mom, was surrendered. She was malnourished, underweight, fractured teeth, obviously under great stress, and extremely pregnant. Instantly, I was like connected with her. But again, this happens sometimes, right? Like, I love animals, so I didn't think too much of it. Here's the thing. We put her back in the kennel, and I went back every single day that week for 3 days because I wanted to see her. Of course, I walked other dogs, don't worry. Then on a Friday, I go in there and she's nowhere to be found. I felt distraught, I felt panicked, I felt just devastated, like, where did she go? And I calmed myself down and I was like, okay, she probably got adopted or she probably went into foster because she was due to give birth to the babies any day now. I was really sad, but I finished my volunteer shift and later messaged a volunteer who told me she wasn't adopted, she wasn't in foster care. In fact, she was just in another part of the shelter. My heart sank because I could not imagine. They do everything they can at this shelter to keep the dogs healthy and safe, but a shelter or Humane Society is no place to be giving birth. There's too many communicable diseases and the stress of it. So I reached out to the volunteer coordinator, foster coordinator. Hi, Moss. Do you need a potty? And I said, hey, like, if she needs a foster, and they're like, yes, she does, absolutely. Can you pick her up tomorrow? I was like, done, I will be there. I'm just pottying Moss because they can't fully potty themselves. And since he just ate, I'm gonna help him out. And I'll introduce them all in a minute. It gets a little crazy, but trust me, the story's worth it. So I go pick her up. This is the crazy part. They're getting me signing paperwork, going through some basic details because I've never taken a dog through birth before. So the vet's there, vet tech is there, kind of saying this is what to look for. Here's the food she's been on, all the things. So they open up the door to where she was. There's a bunch of volunteers in the room, the big lobby area. She beelines it to me. Now, yes, she has met me, but she's also met the other volunteers and staff there as well. She beelined it to me, and in that very second, I knew, okay, she is meant to be with me as my foster. So she comes to my house, and I spend the 2 days helping her feel safe and loved and getting her to eat as much as possible because, like I said, she had a really bad body condition, which means the puppies are more at risk at birth and she's more at risk for having complications. And watching her bring life into this world and the things we experienced in that time was the most terrifying, emotional, life-changing experience I've ever been through. I am forever changed, and I really think that you're gonna see that come through in my content. If you hear whining, they're okay. It's kind of part of what they do when they're getting their milk and they're kind of fighting for the nipple. That is all normal, that is all healthy. That was the most emotional thing I've ever seen because her whole body would seize and the contractions would literally take her breath away and there was nothing I could do. Okay, pause that story time. We got a poo-poo. Mama, here we go. And it was wild how Daffodil knew exactly what to do. Now she needed help because, as you can imagine, she was very weak, probably a little dehydrated, and obviously stressed. She was in a brand new home with me as my foster, and she birthed 9 puppies, or whelped 9 puppies in 5 hours. This experience is going to change everything I do and all of my content. It will still be focused on positive reinforcement, force-free training, behavior. Dog food is be a huge part of it. If you want me to go through and make a video on introducing each puppy and giving you their individual personalities and talk about how I've already started potty training them at 2 weeks old, let me know in the comments below. Put all your questions. Even if you want to send encouraging comments and thoughts, I read all of those to the puppies. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.